My video for December the 5th, 2018, video number 2927, is entitled Honoring a Deep State Mass Murderer. What a wonderful world we live in when flags fly at half-mast to honor a man involved in the assassination of JFK, a U.S. president who tried to blow the whistle on a criminal conspiracy. Yes, I'm talking about George H.W. Bush. To make matters worse, I sat with a friend last night who told me what a great man he was. Yes, she gets her news from the complicit mainstream media and never uses the internet at all. Many folks my age are like that, clueless. According to some sources, December 5th was supposed to be the day of a great shift for humanity. Sealed indictments of corporate criminals were to be released. Instead, Congress is on recess to honor the fallen hero's clone. It's all staged, an orchestrated event to distract, should say us, but didn't say that. Is that good or bad? I guess it depends on perspective. Everything on this planet of lies is staged by charlatans who are willing to sell out the human race for power and control. Some say the Trump team is also staging events and will simply use this as a smokescreen. We certainly live in a time of great suspense. I guess we will see how it unfolds. Meanwhile, though disheartened, I continue to make my videos and cry out for revelations of truth and actions leading to justice for lost souls like the Bushes and other dark entities conspiring against life itself. I was in the doldrums most of the day yesterday, even before I talked to my friend that I referred to in this video, who began to tell me all the wonderful things that she's seeing on the TV in relation to George Bush. Daddy Bush. Prescott Bush, George H.W. Bush's father, was also a charlatan. He was a Nazi. And again, he became, was it a senator or a congressman? I forget. But in any case, the Bush family has been a notorious family of criminals for a very long time. Yes, Jeb Bush, too, who was the governor of Florida, and Bush, boy Bush, little George, they're all crazy. They're crazy. I mean, well, I shouldn't say that all of them are crazy, because actually the former president, not the one that just died, but his son who became president, he's so good he can read books upside down. Children's books, of course. He probably just looks at the pictures, but I mean, they're upside down. And we live in a world that's topsy-turvy, inverted, where everything is upside down. So the book being held upside down for all the world to see was probably a very good indicator of how insane the world is in which we live. I quite honestly wished yesterday that I could just simply die. I don't like to say that, because I've lived my whole life with the hope and the expectation that I was here to help bring the kingdom of heaven to earth. But when the previous video, I talked about the man talking about we might have been bugs, or lizards or whatever. We could reincarnate as anything. And I've always seen humanity as being just a little bit lower than God, or than the origin of creation, or the original creator. A little bit lower. but still with creative powers. We were the children of God, not creations of God, but actual offspring. I don't know how that works, but that's what I've believed. Is it true? I don't know. Lots of things I've believed, I question now. Lots of things. But folks, the whole political spectrum is filled with ironies and a lot of misdirection. And Donald Trump may be using this as another misdirection. Maybe the indictments are going to be open today, and most of Congress isn't going to be there. Maybe it's just going to be the relative handful of senators and congressmen that might be honest. Most of them, as far as I can tell, are not. They've been complicit in the whole game of controlling the world and of reducing the world's population and all sorts of other chicanery against us, we the people. And it's not just here in the United States, like I keep saying. It's all over the planet, everywhere. Again, I had new people yesterday, a new individual from Africa, and I'm so skeptical of people from Africa sending me friend requests, because so many of them have an ulterior motive. They don't want to send me friend requests because if they watch my videos. They want to send me friend requests because they think they can get money from an American. And I struggle. I really have to struggle to try to live on the small amount of income that I get each month. And I've talked about that, and I don't want to rehash that now. But a lot of things are simply smoke screens to divert our attention away from something to something else, and to get us involved mentally, and if they can in other ways, get us involved in things that are not going to bring the changes that need to happen if humanity is ever to be freed from the clutches of these beings, demons, charlatans, whatever, who are involved in all sorts of political intrigue. But the game plan is not beneficial to most humans. It's only beneficial, as they see it, to their clique, to their small circle of friends. When are we going to know the truth that actually sets us free? When are we going to have revelations of all the machinations that have occurred and have been occurring on this planet for such a long time? When will the good forces, the forces of truth and the forces of justice with mercy, when are they going to be empowered to bring about real change? That's what I want. And the deep state has to go. We have to have truth and freedom restored to all of us. We need to have third world countries uplifted, and we need to have the playing field for everyone leveled so that there is equal opportunity for every one of us to become the best we can be, for every one of us to reach heights that heretofore have been inaccessible to us. It all can happen only because we know the truth. I know I keep saying that, but that is essential. Without knowing the truth about the world that we live in, we can never be free. And it's not enough to wait till we die. We need to experience it while we're still breathing. Thank you, folks, for listening. Namaste.